Raynalon here. Today's another build showcase, and it's Battacor. So let us immediately start. Starting with the mods. Prime Shred. Fire rate punch through, helps a lot with clearing. Galvanized Chamber, multi-shot, kill style giving you more multi-shot. Critical delay, a lot of critical chance. The negative fire rate is not that big of a deal. It fixes that with Prime Shred. Galvanized Aptitude, status chance, and direct damage per status on a target. Vital Sense, critical damage. Magnetic Force, Toxin, status chance, and Rim Rounds, Cold, status chance. The status scaling on this weapon is pretty solid. Also, Toxin and Cold give you viral. This weapon does come with Magnetic, which is quite nice, and Magnetic did get reworked when you destroy enemy shields or overguard. It converts the percentage of stacks to electricity, so it makes it that we, instead of having 3 elements, we will have 4, which will buff direct damage from Galvanized Aptitude even more. Not even more, by giving you another 80% direct damage per status on a target. And for the last mod, Prime Banes, pretty much you kind of always swap this against the faction you're fighting. It's a massive multiplicative damage increase against enemy factions. It's a must-have. For the Exil's Weapon Adapter, I'd find them all useless. If you really want to use something here and you like to fill up every slot, use Vigilant Supplies. It will just make your ammo economy. You'll never run out of ammo with this weapon. In general, you never will run out of ammo. Another thing is you have a 5% chance to enchant the critical hits from primary weapons, which you will see sometimes orange and red crits. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the mods I'm using. For the Arcane, Primary Deadhead, you're going to be shooting enemies in the head. It gives you 120 per headshot kill, all the way up to 360% increased damage. It gives you headshot multiplier and weapon recoil. This weapon does have a minor recoil. Adding Deadhead completely removes it and makes it into a laser like most weapons. So yeah, I find Deadhead best in slot. So yeah, those are the mods, the arcanes, the stats. As you can see, it's pretty solid. Critical chance is nearly 100%. Crit multi is pretty solid. Status chance is pretty solid. The base damage on this weapon is kinda good. It has better than most other weapons. So the scaling is quite nice. It also has a special effect is when you kill enemies with a primary attack, which is just shooting them. You build up stacks. You will see on the right side of your crosshair. And if you use the alternative fire, which is middle mouse, heavy attack one, you'll shoot like a piercing beam that does like a powerful burst damage. You can see right below here, has 102 critical chance, 6.6 crit multi, pretty much bigger I think. Yeah, much bigger base damage, lower status chance, so expect to, should use a primer, use regular shots, proccing a lot of status on the enemies. Once you see a lot of status on the enemies, which will multiply the damage with Galvanize, then use alternative to see much bigger numbers. And also has a 3.5 meter range. What this is just wider. And yeah, those are the stats. It's time for me to show you in game. So I'm gonna fight level 55 non-steel path or Battle group dudes. I need to kill them. Spawn regular ones. So I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head to get the Deadhead stacks. Now I have Deadhead stacks. Now I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head. As you can see here, against the regular star chart, it just one-shots everything. It's quite nice. Most of the content is in the regular star chart and steel path. So for regular use, you can just use this weapon. One nice thing about this weapon is this is a automatic burst, so you don't need to press left click all the time. You can just hold, which is quite nice. I think they also added the option that you can now make every semi-automatic and burst into automatic. I just don't remember well. But yeah, that's against regular star chart, it just demolishes. If I were to spawn level 195 or 220. Steel path version of these dudes, you'll see it drops off, but it still does solid damage. As you can see, bombards are dying fast, regular units being one shot. As a warden, you will barely see that guy ever, but heavy gunner, It's pretty solid, as you can see there. It's still a single target DPS weapon, so punch through is kind of must have. You want to hit more enemies like this. If you use a buffer, it's gonna be even much stronger. So yeah, the weapon overall is like a solid single target DPSer. Now I'm gonna show you the alternative fire mode, so you can just use it. As you can see, it does barely no damage, so I highly recommend like proccing a lot of stats on the enemy, then using it. So let me just kill this unit. There now. Yeah, as you can see there, it does nearly 200,000 damage. So yeah, that's Battacor. I like the weapon. I wish there's a tenant version with some kind of unique effect, or like it chains two other enemies, or has like a 3-meter AoE. It kind of needs it to be like usable, but overall it's a solid single target DPSer. I hope you enjoyed the build. Please leave a like, it'll help me out a lot, and thank you everybody for watching. See you all next time. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.